in the last class is going to and will. So the questions that we're going to answer are what you will or what are you going to do this afternoon. So let's start with question number 1. So number 1 says, what bracket you do this afternoon? So what is the answer? What are you going? So again, let me move this over a little bit so you can see it. What are you going to do this afternoon? So that is the answer for the first one. What are you going to do this afternoon? You could also say, what will you be doing? Let me put the word doing. This afternoon. What will you be doing this afternoon? Talking about future. So that's the first sentence in that one. Now, the next sentence in the previous slide, it says, I attend. Right? I attend, and I put a dash, the funeral for the student. So again, it's I attend, and we're going to fill it in, the funeral for the student. So in this sense, we're using the be form. So it's I am going to attend. So I am going to attend the funeral for the student. I am going to attend the funeral for the student. So let's look at the next question. It talks about where. Then the person or the subject talks about where will or where be Karen. Where be Karen. So we talk about where, and we have in brackets be, we have Karen. So what are we going to fill it in if we're using be going to, or are we using where will Karen be? So we can do something like this. We can say, where will Karen attend school? Where will Karen be attending school? We could say that. Where would Karen be attending school? That is the next one. Where will Karen be attending school? We could say that for the answer for the next question. Where will Karen be attending school? Right? Now, let's talk about where she will be going. She, and that's the next sentence we had, which was question 4. She, and then we have a dash. But the verb we're using is be. The verb we're using is be. So the teacher didn't fix this right here. This doesn't look like good. She, bracket, be, and then we're going to put the line. So we could say she is going to attend Dave Thomas. Right? So we know it ended with Dave Thomas. We could put she is going to attend Dave Thomas. I don't have the word attend here, do I? So let's fix that and make sure we put the word attend. She's going to attend Dave Thomas. Then we also can write she will be going to Dave Thomas. So we could say she will be going to Dave Thomas. She will be going to attend Dave Thomas, or she is going. Let me fix this S. She is going to attend Dave Thomas. So you can say she will be going or she is going. So let me make that a little clearer. I put a little line. I should have 2 color markers, right? But I forgot. So the answer is she is going to attend Dave Thomas or she will be going to attend Dave Thomas. Everybody got that? So let's move on to question number 5. Question number 5 talks about the school. Again, question number 5 talks about the school. So let's go over that for a minute. Which school? That is school, and we're talking about B. Right? Put a line. Then we have teacher, dean, work at. That is a question. So which school B? So we're going to try to fill out with going to or will. So we could say which school will teacher, dean work at. We could say which school will teacher, dean work at. Or we can say which school is teacher, dean working at. You could say which school is teacher. I don't like how that one sounds. Which school is she going to be? Okay? Which school is teacher, dean going to be? But I really prefer which school will teacher, dean work at. That is better. Which school will teacher, dean work at? Now, the next one says I, and we're going to put the bracket, will be. I will be asking her today. So the answer, I will be asking her today. So those are the answers. We have number 7 and number 8. What number 7 says, what am I going to do later? What? Let me put it here. What? Oh, I gave the answer, didn't I, everybody? I gave the answer early. What am I going to do later? So it was what am, right? And the word is to do later. To do later. And the answer is, what am I going to do later? It's the same thing down the bottom, so let me erase that part. What am I going to do later? Then teacher Dean ended us says, I am going to sleep. I am going to sleep. So that is the end for all 8 questions, 1 to 8. Also, make sure you look at the PowerPoint that I'll be sending to you guys, you students, so you can see the answers. So I wrote the answers here for you this morning. I talked about them a little bit, but I will also send the answers via the PowerPoint, or I put it below the YouTube. I'll figure it out. I always do. Even if I have to write it in the comments. Now we're going to talk about be going to and will in terms of what we were doing this week. So we were talking about more future. In the lessons that we did, we talk about present, we talk about past, and we talk about future. So we're going to talk a little bit about that again this morning so that we can continue with the word will. So the word will is talking about future. I will be going somewhere today. I will be going to heaven someday. I will be going to work tomorrow. So the word will is talking about future. Now, let us talk about or remember some of the terms that talk about future. What are some of the words that we use when we talk about future? Later. Remember later? Right now, Teacher Dean is teaching. That is present continuous. But future is talking about an hour from now. Future is talking about tonight. Future is talking about lunchtime. Future is talking about something that did not happen. Something that did not happen. Tomorrow is talking about future. Next summer is talking about future. So, let's talk about that. In future tense, when we use the word will, we can use the word will in an abbreviated form. Teacher Dean, as you guys will say, what does abbreviated mean? Short. Abbreviate means short. So let me put that on the board for everyone. Abbreviate means short. Now, how do we spell abbreviate? A-B-B-R-E-V-I-A-T-E. Abbreviate. Again, A-B-B-R-E-V-I-A-T-E. Abbreviate. And that means short form. So when we talk about short form, let's look up the word I will. I will is also the same as I'll. I apostrophe L-L. So let's look at that word, I'll. I will is the same as I'll. So I will, I'll. So I'll put that both in written form so that everyone can see it. Everybody understands? I will, I-W-I-L-L is the same as I apostrophe L-L. So that is what we call the short form. I will. Now, let's look at the word we. If we're talking about the word we will, what is a short form? The short form would be wheel. And it sounds like the car wheel, but that's not the same. It would be wheel. Will be coming. right? So when they say will be coming, we have W E apostrophe L L. Again, W E apostrophe L L is the same as we will. Now let's look at the word you. Y O U, you will, is the same thing as you'll. Y O U apostrophe L L. So that is a short form of you'll. Now let's look at the word she'll. She will. She will is the same as, everybody should be getting it by now, S H apostrophe L L. So if that's she'll, let's look at he will. Just take the S off the word, make the H bigger. He will is the same thing as he'll. H L L. So he will is the same thing as he'll. Now let's look at the next one. They. They will. So they will is the same thing as they'll. THEYLL. Everybody understands? And I will also have them typed out so you can see. They'll, he'll, will, she'll, I didn't do IT. I'll, you. Everybody got that? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. You got 7 of them to learn. 7. Again, 7 of them to learn. So you'll be using them in the short form. Now, we could use these and we're going to practice them when I send you the exercises for that form. So we're going to write forms with will, and we're going to do them in the abbreviated version. How are we going to do that again? Abbreviated version. So any errors I made in the YouTube, I will make sure I fix it in the comments, or I fix it in where? The PowerPoint. So you're going to have an exercise that I'm going to send to you via email today. And you're going to see the exercise attached to the PowerPoint. I'll figure it out. And you will be figuring out the abbreviated forms for each of the sentences that I send to you. So I want you guys to have a wonderful day. Remember, check the answers on the ones you did before. And what you're going to do today the abbreviated form of will. Later, future, not now, future, I will make the one to continue with more lessons on be going to and will and future tenses and also the future clauses. Enjoy your day. Teacher Dean, one love.